Hello everybody, this is not a crypto expert chiming in with another video, and in today's video I wanted to go over the difference between proof of stake and proof of work when it comes to mining and blockchain technology, also cryptocurrency. But before I get into the topic of conversation for today, I would like to ask that you please consider giving me a like, giving me a heart, giving me a thumbs up, giving me a follow, a subscribe, hitting that post bell notification. I'm not going to ask you to share because it seems invasive. On my channel, I talk about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, and I try to keep it entertaining with the beat running in the background. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get into the topic of conversation, which comes to us from blockchain-council.org. And this is, what are the differences between proof of work and proof of stake? And the author, this was actually published August 18th, 2017 by Toshindra Kumar Sharma. The goal of a consensus algorithm in a public blockchain network is to let many different users agree on the current state of the blockchain, even though they don't trust each other or any central authority. This is a challenging problem, and until the launch of Bitcoin network, it will remain unsolved. Bitcoin's solution was to use something called proof of work, aka P.o.W, or mining or hashing. Here, participating users work to solve difficult mathematical problems and then publish the solutions. It takes real-world resources like computers and electricity to find these answers. Therefore, there's no way to cheat and prevent that you represent a bigger portion of the mining power in the network than you actually do. As a result, P.o.W algorithms can use the number and difficulty of solutions being found to measure how much of the network agree on the current state of the blockchain. The only way to prevent the legitimate users from agreeing to the situation of the blockchain is to control enough of the total computing power that you can pretend the group disagrees with itself. Also, even that your opinion is the real consensus and all the other users are lying about the state of the blockchain, that requirement for resources is a good thing. This is because it means that interfering with the group's consensus takes a lot of resources. Unfortunately, P.o.W consensus algorithms as we presently know them require constant ongoing expenditure of resources just to work normally. The work has to happen regardless of whether someone is trying to interfere or not. Also, someone has to pay for it. Most existing P.o.W blockchains, such as Bitcoin, pay for these costs with pre-agreed creation of coins. This is also known as inflation. The salary has to be ruled out. Proof of stake requires that a high stake at the currency, i.e. holds a lot of coins. This is to determine the next block. This has a high risk of some party achieving monopoly of the currency. However, there are several methods to prevent that, by allocating random stakeholders to agree on a new block and others. Proof of work versus proof of stake. The main difference is that proof of work requires burning an external resource, which is generally mining hardware and electricity, while proof of stake does not. Proof of work criticizes that if priced by Bitcoin and rewards by fees drop fewer than people have incentives to mine. This turn reduces the security of the system. Proof of stake states criticized that since it is free to stake, add new blocks to the blockchain, you could use it to stake several similar coins at the same time. This is worded a little interesting at sometimes, so let me sum it up really quickly. And the reason why I'm doing this video is I've got a small video series that I'm going to do right after this, and I needed to explain this. So, like with Bitcoin, you had to, if you wanted to mine it, which was try to figure out this mathematical problem, you had to have a pretty decent, well, not a full system. You just needed a series of graphics cards, specific graphics cards that were capable of mining the, trying to figure out the mathematical equation. You know, if you did it, you might have made money depending on how early you got in or what your setup was as far as electricity, because it has to run 24/7 and it's actually something that's running. You know, so the downside of a proof of work, you will just think about it like it's actually working, like it's physically doing something. Whereas proof of stake, think of it like you're at the you're in Vegas and you're at the blackjack table, but instead of it's a game of chance. It's a game of how much money do you have and how much money do you have that you're willing to stake that your answer is right. Um, I prefer proof of stake as far as when it comes to putting money into cryptocurrency, because it seems like, and this is going to sound nuts, a safer bet depending on what the cryptocurrency is that you're putting your money into, your Vice money. But I will get into that on the next video, I promise. The reason why I had to bring this up, however, is because I needed to do this to briefly explain proof of stake versus proof of work before I get into the next video. So with that being said, folks, don't forget to hit that like button, that heart button, that thumbs up button, that follow, that subscribe, that post bell notification. Not going to ask you to share because it seems invasive. And I hope you're having a great morning, a great afternoon, and an even better evening.